skies and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets crackling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Push number 14, you want to run first. This is a 2013 Pan-Am Maverick, driven by Tim Keeler. He's running exhibition only, but he's going to give the modified guy something to shoot for. So this is exhibition only. This is Tim Keeler. It's a 2013 Can-Am. I was informed before he started tonight this was almost a $25,000 vehicle. All right, here he comes. .86. This is a 1978 Jeep CJ5, sponsored by Comfort Top, driven by Jeff Haddad. All right, here we go. A reminder, all drivers, you need to wear long sleeve shirts. Plus, everybody that's up front there, you need to back away from the fence. Please back away from the fence. 60.5 for that last. It's a 5-point penalty if they hit a call. So, fine, you had a 55.5 with a 5-second penalty. This is a 1979 Chevy truck, driven by Doug Estep. 5-second penalty for a 46.5. This is an 87 Ford Thunder Jeep Bronco Dude. He's sponsored by his wallet. Kurt Bundle. Let's go, people, make some noise! We got through the mud. Here we go. Let's take the hill. This is Kurt Bundle. 37.7. This is a 2003 Ford F-150, sponsored by Legends Sports Bar. Driven by Levi Lepp. All right, here we go. This is Levi Lepp. Legends Sports Bar. He's going to go as soon as we get the Legends truck off the track. The 1998 Grand Cherokee. There's one phone. Down here around the corner, through the water, up the hill, Richard Lutzenberg. Give him a nice hand. He had, I think he dropped one call off, then he 5-second penalty. 42.6, that was with the 5-second penalty. So he ran a 37.6, but there was a 5-second cone penalty. All right, here we got modified number 7. This is a 2012 Chevy Colorado, sponsored by Underground Customs, driven by Nick Anderson. Right, let's go again. Here we go. This is Nick Anderson. This is a 2012 Chevy Colorado. Let's get it going here. Help me out, people. Let's go. sponsored by Stonewall. And his sponsor is Empty Wallet. This is driven by Dan Shaw. Your vehicles and get them moved out where they want you to take them. All the stock drivers. This is an 87 Jeep Cherokee, sponsored by TD Landscape. By Andrew Long. Just remind everybody you need to stay back away from the fence, please. You need to back off the fence, stay back away from the fence. Bob Pierce Special, sponsored by Snapshot Photo. And the thing is driven by John Moore. for John Moore and the Thing. All right, here we have number 11. This is a 1989 Jeep Cherokee, sponsored by Vaughn's Barbershop. Modified number 12 is a 99 Ford Ranger. Driven by Aaron Higgins. Modified number 13, a 2006 Chevy Silverado, sponsored by Anheuser-Busch, the Bud Light truck. Lincoln Horn. We now have a new leader. The Bud Light truck, 31.45. 31.45. Truck. Modified number 15 is a 1995 Jeep Grand Cherokee, sponsored by Trail Quest. Have a nice hand for John Hall. strong. Here he comes. This is John Hall. With the 5-second penalty, 40.4. John Hall. Okay, this is our last modified. Time to beat, 31.45. This is a 2013 Ford Raptor, sponsored by Underground Customs. Adam Casillas. Got to beat a 31.45. Penalty, but he's going to finish it off strong. Here he comes. This is Adam Casillas. He had a 15-second penalty, so he ran a 48.98, which was a 33.98 without the calls. So he had a nice run. The truck modified is Adam Blankenhorn with a time of 31.45. Give him a nice hand. Just to remind everybody, the payoff is the top 5. Top 5 times will be the payoff. All right, here's our first stock. Stock number 1. A Jeep Cherokee, sponsored by Jacob and Jason Knapp. Driven by Mike Knapp. First stock vehicle. All right, this is Mike Knapp. Hey, he's set the standard for everybody. He hasn't hit any cones, so he's going to set the time for everybody to beat. So here he comes. This is Mike Knapp. Give him a nice hand. This is stock number 2, an Oldsmobile Aurora, a 1999, sponsored by Team Ramrod. This is John Sterkler. No cones through the mud. Chevy Silverado. Stock number 3, driven by Ryan Bias. I'm not sure how many penalties he's going to have, but he's going to finish. Here he comes. Let's give him a nice hand. Ryan Bias. He's giving all he's got. Here we go. Give him a nice hand, everybody. Yeah, Ryan Bias had a nice run, but he missed part of the course, so that is an automatic disqualification. I don't make the rules, sorry. I was hoping he had a good time too, but I don't make the rules. Stock number 4, 92 Mercury, Grand Marquis. Sponsored by Matt's Ford Garage. Number 4 is driven by Josh Wedge. This is Josh Wood, your 92 Mercury Grand Marquis. Let's give him a nice hand over there. Let's go. Give him a hand there. Josh Wood. $10 and he'll mail it to you with no mailing fee, no shipping charge. You'll have it in a couple of days. 1989 Olds 98, sponsored by Medina Power Sports. We have here a derby car from Monday night. All right, he might have taken down a couple of goals, but he's not going to quit yet. Let's give him a hand here. This is Andre Woodchuck. All right, here we go. We're going to take the hill. This is Andre Woodchuck. Give him a nice hand. Nice run, he finished it off. Andre Klipchuk's time, 55.4. He had a 40.4, but he hit 3 cones, so that was a 55.4. Fifth place, Kurt Mundell. Fourth place, Aaron Higgins. Third place, Dan Shaw. Second place, Nick Anderson. And the winner of the modified, Adam Blankenhorn. Don't ask me what that is because I'm not sure. Consummate Isaac's full service utility removal, driven by Zach Albrecht. Now, if something doesn't fall off there, I don't know, there you go. Finally got one, there goes another one. And Snoopy, here he goes. Is Snoopy gonna make it all the way around? Hang on there, Snoopy. Oh, here he goes. Oh, there goes your cannon. Oh, he's around. Get him back on course there. Here we go. Snoopy's gonna make it all the way unless he drowns over there. Give him a nice hand there. That's Zach Albrecht. By Jawsy Sour Power Sports. Alex Feiler. All right, he took down one cone, but he's going to finish it off here. He's got a fairly good run going. Let's give him a hand here. Help him out. Going to stay on the course, Alex. Here we go. Oops. All right, he's got through the mud. Let's see what he can do at the hill. I think he's going to finish it off here. Let's go. Alex Feiler. I think he's going to need a little more speed than that. Give him a nice hand for finishing it off. 69.15 for Alex Feiler. Modified number 9 is a 77 Chevy, sponsored by D&L Motors. Driven by Josh Crookshanks. Don't want to hurt the goats. All right, here we go. Josh Crookshanks. Gave it a great try even with only 3 wheels. All right, number 10 is the 1993 Ford F-150 Auto Nation Ford of Amherst, Ryan O'Reilly. All right, he's only got a 5-second penalty. He's got a pretty good run going, so let's get him going here. Come on, people, help him out over there. Let's go. Goes another cone. All right, through the water. Here we go. This is Ryan O'Reilly. Ryan O'Reilly's time is a 40.4 with a 15-second penalty for a 55.4. Time to beat so far is John Stackler with a 39.5. And gave us a 1994 Ford Explorer, stock number 11. Sponsored by Ride Now. This is Dustin Slagle. No penalties yet. Got a nice quiet run going. All right, let's give him a nice hand here. Come on, people, let's go. Help him out here, get him going. This is Dustin Slagle. His sponsor is Ride Now Auto Sales. Stock number 11, Dustin Slagle. Seconds even for Dustin Slagle. Stock number 12 is a 1998 Ford Explorer. Let's have a nice hand for John Seymour. If he knocks down a coal, we'll never see it. For John Seymour, 43.06. This is stock number 13, a 1998 Dodge 1500, sponsored by Team Ramrod. driven by a Sarah Jasperson. Got at least one penalty, but she's going to finish it off here. So let's give her a little help there. Sarah Jasperson. All right, she's through the mud. Here we go, up the hill. Give her a nice hand. A 10-second penalty gives her a 57.02. Don't ask me what this is. Actually, it's a Buick LeSabre. 1997 Buick LeSabre. Sponsored by Redhead Performance. Stock number 14. This is Isaac Albrecht. All right, here he comes. This is Isaac Albrecht. Let's give a nice hand over there. Let's go. All right, he's got a decent run going here. Let's see what we can do with this hill here. This is Isaac Albrecht. Nice hand. $57.4 for Isaac Albrecht. Once again, this is Sharp Yorks, a Grand Cherokee, 1995. Now I see all the cones still standing. He's got a clean run going, so let's help him out over here. Let's go. I don't see any cones yet. He's got a good run going. He's really getting it here. All right, here we go. We got through the mud. We're coming up the hill. This is Chardon Yorks. $42.5 for Chardon Yorks.
Yeah, Whacker!
39.5. The 1993 Oldsmobile Cutlass. Stock number 16. Let's have a nice hand for Jason Whacker. 93 Oldsmobile Compass. Let's get some help over here for Jason Wachter. All right, here's one cone. Here we go up the hill again. This is Jason Wachter. 51.44. Something in the middle. Get a ticket, get yourself something, come on in and watch the rough truck contest. Stock number 17, a Chevy Cavalier 1988 sponsored by Bentley May Cantoric, driven by Steve Cantoric. No cold Chevy, get a nice clean run going here. Let's have a nice hand for Steve Cantoric. All right, we got through the mud. We're coming up the hill. That's it. This is Steve Cantoric. .42 seconds even, 42 even. Aaron Anderson, you need to go to your truck. Aaron Anderson, you need to go to your truck. Aaron Anderson.
Still raining. Those wrinkles?
Yeah, do you want to put on the page or you got it right there?
All right, this is stock number 6. This is John Olfers, a 1984 F350, sponsored by Stump Busters Tree Service. He has won this truck. This is his 7th rough truck contest for this vehicle. Let's have a nice hand for John Olfers. Let's have a nice hand for John Olfers. Here we go. Maybe get a goal next year, be year number 8. Way to go, John. John Olfers, like I said, 7 years. He's been driving. This is his 7th rough truck contest with that vehicle. I think John set a record for cones. He hit more cones than he has years in the rough truck. He had a 48 88.65. Oh, with a 40-second penalty, he had an 88.65. Let's give him a nice hand.
What?
This is a 1994 Chevy S10, sponsored by B&B Auto Collision. Let's have a nice hand for Ellen Reeks. She's only got one cone penalty, so she's doing pretty well here. Let's give her a nice hand here. Help her on. Let's go. This is Ellen Weeks. Uh-oh. Anybody who wants to sign up for the long jump, you need to come up here on the stage and do so as soon as possible. If you want to sign your vehicle up for the long jump. Hand is Ellen Weeks. I don't think it's going to help if you beat your truck up. So stick around and watch the rough truck contest. I think this is a 1997 Grand Cherokee sponsored by Keller Beach, Randy Ruggard. Hey, he's got a real nice run going. I don't see any cones down, so let's get him going here. Across the rest of the course, this is Randy Ruggard sponsored by Keller Beach. We need a good run through the mud here and up the hill. Let's hear it for Randy Ruggard. Okay, 45.35. 45.35. Yeah, 1 5-second penalty. All right, we have a 1994 Dodge Ram 1500. This is stock number 20. This is Corey Fix. He has a for sale sign on the back of that, but you might not want to buy it after he's done. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3 cones down. But here he comes. He's going to finish. Let's give him a nice hand there. Let's help him out. This is Corey Fix. And remember, everybody, it is for sale. sponsored by Isaac's Utility Removal, driven by Isaac Bullcrack. How long do you think that big pipe's gonna last? All right, let's give him a nice hand. This is Isaac Bullcrack. And the plate made it too. Paul Whitey, you need to come up here to the stage. Paul Whitey. Oh, we need you up here on the stage. Paul Whitey. 70.3 for that last vehicle for Isaac Albrecht. This is a 2002 Toyota Corolla, sponsored by Kent's Excavating. Up 4 hills, and he's going to do the water and do the big hill. Here he comes. Jordan Tyson. For Jordan Bryson. All right, this is a 1978 F-150. What are the odds the flag is going to make it? What do you think? Going to make it? All right. This is Mike Johnson. Got a couple of penalties along the way, but he looks like he's going to finish it off. He's got through the water. Let's see what he can do on the hill over here. And the flag is going to make it. Once again, give him a nice hand. Seconds even for Mike Johnson. He had a 40-second run with a 10-second penalty. This is stock number 24, a 1990 Jeep Cherokee, sponsored by Angus Building Maintenance. And it's driven by Doug Angus. This is Doug Angus, 1990 Jeep Cherokee. Doesn't look like any cones down yet. No penalties. Here he comes. Let's give a nice hand here. This is Doug Angus. We got through the water. Let's get up the hill here. Here we go. 46.5. He hit one cone. The 5-second penalty and a 41.5 and a 46.5 with the penalty. Should remind everybody time to beat 39.5. 39.5. We have another Jeep Cherokee, a 96. Also sponsored by Angus Building Maintenance. This is stock number 25. This is Christopher Andrews. No cones down and get a nice, solid, but quiet run going. Let's have a nice hand here for Christopher Andrews. All right, he made the water. Here we see he can do up the hill here. This is stock number 25, Christopher Andrews. 42.5 for Christopher Andrews. Sponsored by Rish Diesel. This is stock number 26, driven by Josh Warlock. All right, as soon as we get number 26 off the infield, a 1998 Jeep Escalade, sponsored by Skyview Lodge. This is Jordan Bewley. All right, this is Jordan Bewley right here in front of the bandstand. Let's have him out here coming up there. All right, he got through the water. Here we go up the hill. This is Jordan Bewley, sponsored by Skyview Lodge. 45.2 for Jordan Bewley. 45.2. This is stock number 28, the 1998 Mercury Mountaineer, sponsored by Lou Ray Accounting. Driven by Larry Reddick. Oh, we got 1.5 seconds penalty, but he looks like he's got a decent run going. Let's help him out here, people. Let's go to front. This is Larry Reddick. Through the mud and up the hill. .2 for Larry Reddick. He had a 40.2, but he had a 10-second penalty. This is stock number 29, the 1999 Ford Explorer, sponsored by Silvertronics. This is Craig Buhner. All right, he got a nice clean run going as far as I can see. This is Craig Buhner. Let's give him a hand over there. Come on, let's go. Help him out. Get him going.
Jordan! 45.2.
50.25 for Craig Buhner. Here is sponsored by Ride Now Auto Sales, a 1997 Mercury Mountaineer. This is stock number 30. James Buzelli. And he took down one cone on the first turn, but he's still got a nice run going, so let's give him a hand here. This is James Buzelli. All right, we got through the mud. We got him coming up the hill. Here he comes. .6. is stock number 33 in 1989 Nissan B21, sponsored by Lorain County Motors, Aaron Martin. All right, I can see a one cone penalty so far, but he's having a good run. Let's have a nice hand for Aaron Martin. All right, he got through the mud. Here we go up the hill. .15. Stock number 35 is a 1995 Ford Ranger, sponsored by Mike's Gyros, and driven by Megan Hinney. She's got a fan club. All right, we got one cone down, but she's going to finish here. Let's have a nice hand here for Megan Hinney. All right, we got through the mud. Here we go up the hill. .52.1 for Megan Hinney. This is a 2007 Chevy Cobalt, sponsored by All Care Automotive. This is Justin Sims. 60.35. 60.35. That was number 32, Justin Sim. This is stock number 34. This is Brett Angus. He's got a nice clean run going. Let's get him going here. Come on, let's go. This is Brett Angus. Got through the run. Here we go. Let's see if we can take the hill. The sponsor was All Care Automotive. It was driven by Brett Angus. .35 for Brett Angus. This is a 1991 Jeep Cherokee. Sponsored by Frontline Automobile, Adam Hensley. All right, let's get going here. This is Adam Hensley. This is a Jeep Cherokee, 1991. All right, we got to the order. Here we go. It's the Adam Hensley. And with a run of 38.5, we have a new leader, Adam Hensley. Stock number 37 is a 91 Chevy Blazer, sponsored by his family, Greg Glatzhofer. It looks like you got a nice clean run going here. Let's have a nice hand here for Greg Glatzhofer. All right, here we go. .1 for Greg Glatzhofer. This is stock number 38. A 1994 Chevy S10 sponsored by Nick's Gyros. Chid right, let's give him a nice hand here. This is Chad Henney. Chad Henney sponsors Fixed Gyros. All right, we got through the water. Here we go up the hill. Let's hear it for Chad Henney. Once again, anybody wants to come up and sign up for the long jump, you need to get up here on the stage and sign up as soon as possible. Also, order that DVD. DVD of tonight's rough truck contest from Mid-Vid Auto Videos. $10 if you order tonight with no shipping fee. A 1990 Daihatsu Rocky. Is driven by Jordan Sampson. This is Jordan Sampson. He's got a real nice run going. I don't see any cones down, so here he comes down through the water and up the hill. This is Jordan Sampson. All right, this is stock number 41, a 1999 Ford Explorer, driven by Ed Polikowitz, better known as Ed Nick. It looks like I don't see any cones down, so he's got a nice run going. Let's see if we can get him through the water here and up the hill. Let's have a nice hand for Edna. Say 1996 Jeep Cherokee, sponsored by 880 Construction, driven by Adam Klein. No crews down, he's around the corner, right in front of the grandstand. He got a nice run there. Let's get it for Adam Klein. a time of 37.5. We have a new leader. Wait. All right, that was a one called penalty, so that would be a 42.5. Not my call yet. Remember, I'm only doing the talking. Don't boo me. 43 is a 1994 Chevy Memo, sponsored by Snyder Construction. This is Danny Snyder. Let's have a nice hand here for Danny Snyder. Got through the mud, here we go on the hill. All right, give him. The last one was time on the last one was a 39.55. 39.55. 44 here is sponsored by Jimmy Steiner. Andrew Watts. This is Andrew Watts. That was once again, give him a nice hand, but that was a disqualification because he threw off the course. Once again, time to beat 38.5. 38.5. All right, here we have another derby car, number 45. An 86 Mercury Grand Marquis, sponsored by Megan Hartman, being driven by Michael Hartman. All right, once again, let's have a nice hand here for Michael Hartman. All right, he's got through the mud. He is going to finish. Here we go up the hill. This is Michael Hartman. .2 for Michael Hartman. Stock number 46 is a 1990 Nissan Pathfinder. This is Sean Wallace. All right, let's have a nice hand over there for Sean Wallace. A 1998 Dodge Ram, sponsored by Brothers Chevy, driven by Aaron Anderson. All right, this is Aaron Anderson. It looks like you've got a pretty clean run going so far. Let's give him a hand over there. Let's hear it for Aaron Anderson. All right, here we go up the hill. Give him a nice hand, Aaron Anderson. The top 5 modified tires. The top 5 times they modified. You need to come up here on the stage. They have your checks made out. The top 5 modified. You need to come up on the stage and pick up your money. 54.56 for Aaron Anderson. 54.56. All right, this is stock number 39, a 95 Ford Explorer. JMC Pools and Landscaping. He's definitely not going to hit any calls. Let's have a nice hand for David George. Now the big question is he going to get up enough speed to make it up the hill? All right, let's give him a nice hand. David George. The time for David George was 1 minute and 19 19 seconds. But he made it. This is stock number 48 at Ford Ranger. 1994 Ford Ranger, sponsored by 92 JW Parts. Driven by Dustin Pistak. Let's have a nice hand for Dustin Pistak. This is a 1994 Ford Ranger. Let's give him a nice hand. All right, the next one out is a 1988 Ford Bronco. This is Kaylee Killer. She is going to walk in the 3-day, 60-mile Susan B. Conan Walk Against Cancer. Let's have a nice hand for Kaylee Killer. Once again, it looks like she has a pretty clean run going. It's hard to tell over here in folks. But let's give her a hand here. Girl, let's hear it for Kaylee Keller. There we go. Up the hill. Let's give her a nice hand. Once again, she is going to participate in the 3-day, 60-mile Susan B. Keller breast cancer walk coming up. Give a nice hand for Kaylee Keller. .18 for Kaylee Keller. All right, this is number 50, a 1989 Toyota. Once again, time to beat 38.5. This is Brent Vance. All right, here he comes right in front of the grandstand. Let's have a nice hand for Brent Vance. All right, we got through the mud hole. Here we go up the hill. Once again, this is Brent Vance. 58.2. All right, this is stock number 51, a 1995 Toyota 4Runner. This is driven by Zeb Meinhardt. This is the last run of the night here, other than the long jump, so we need to start getting ready for the long jump. All right, let's have a nice hand over there for Zeb Meinhardt. All right, here we go. Give a nice hand. .7. Place was Randy Reigert with a time of 45.35. In 14th place, Jordan Sampson, 45.26. 13th place was Jordan Bewley, 45.2. In 12th place was Greg Glasshofer with a 43.1. 12th place, 11th place, John Seymour, 43.06. And 10th, 9th, and 8th place was Adam Klein, Christopher Andrews, and Chardon Yorks with a time of 42.5. 7th place, Brett Angus, 42.35. In 6th place was Steve Kantorek with a time of 42 seconds flat. 5th place, Jordan Fifth place was Jordan Bryson, 41.4. 4th place, Chad Henney, 41.3. 3rd place, Danny Snyder, 39.55. 2nd place was John Stackler with a time of 39.5. And in 1st place with a time of 38.5, Adam Hensley. The next jumper is number 17, Steve Kantorek. Next jumper, number 8, Alex Weiler. Next jumper, number 47, Aaron Anderson. Next jumper, number 42, Adam Klein. one, number 41, Ed Neck. Next jumper, number 27, Jordan Bewley. The next jumper is number 2, John Stackler. Please back away from the fence. Next jumper is number 13, Sarah Jasperson. Number 19, Randy Rigger. Next jumper, number 20, Corey Fickus. The next jumper is number 36, Adam Hensley. Next jumper, number 6, John Olfers. Come on, John. He's saving it for next year. Next jumper is number 11, Dustin Slagle. Number 44, Andrew Lott. Greg Glatzhopper. Jordan Bryson. guys are a negative jump. Next jumper, 32, Justin Sims. Number 15, Chardon Yorks.
What, like for your laundry? Well, that's what we were talking about, was like
Number 15, Chardon York. Isaac Albrecht. Next jumper, modified number 9, Dan Shaw. Truck. Adam Blankenhorn. That was a modified. And the stock vehicles, the winner, number 21, Isaac Albrecht. And the winner in the modified was number 13, Adam Blankenhorn. And the stock people and quality service. He's running exhibition only, but he's going to give the modified guy something to shoot for. So this is exhibition only. This is Tim Keeler, say 2013 Can-Am. I was informed before he started tonight this was almost a $25,000 vehicle. All right, here we go. He ran a 33.86. wearing long sleeve shirts. Plus, everybody that's up front there, you need to back away from the fence. Please back away from the fence. 60.5 for the 79 Chevy truck, driven by Doug Estep. Let's make some noise over here. Let's get him across here. Come on, let's go. All right, through the water on the hill. Here he goes. He ran a 36.5, but there was a 10-second penalty for a 46.5. And this is an 87 Ford. Thunder Jeep Bronco 2. He's sponsored by his wallet. Kurt Bundle. You got a real nice run going here, no cold check. He's making some good time. Let's go, people, make some noise. All right, we got through the one. Here we go. Let's take the hill. Here's the first. Bundle. 37.7, F-150, sponsored by Legend Sports Bar. Driven by Levi Lapp. All right, here we go. This is Levi Lapp. Sports Bar. Jeep Grand Cherokee, driven by Richard Lutzenberg. He's going to go as soon as we get the Legends truck off third. 1998 Grand Cherokee. There's one phone. Down here around the corner, through the water, and up the hill, Richard Lutzenberg. Give him a nice hand. He had, I think he dropped one call off. That'd be a 5-second penalty. .6, that was going to be a 5-second penalty. This is a 2012 Chevy Colorado, sponsored by Underground Customs, driven by Nick Anderson. This is a 2012 Chevy Colorado. Yeah, good run there. Let's keep going here. Help it out, people. Let's go. It is a 2005 Ford Ranger, sponsored by Stonewall. Wayne Lewis. That's with a 10-second penalty. So he actually ran a 34-2, but he got the 10-second penalty for the 2 goals. This is a 2000 Ford F-150. And his sponsor is Empty Wallet. This is driven by Dan Shaw. All right, here we go. Right in front of the grandstand, this is Dan Shaw. For Dan Shaw.
36.15. 36.15.
And get him moved out where they want you to take him. All the stock drivers. This is an 87 Jeep Cherokee, sponsored by TD Landscape. Once again, this is the 87 Jeep Cherokee, sponsored by TD Landscape, driven by Andrew Long. Just remind everybody, you just stay back away from the fence, please. You need to back off the fence, stay back away from the fence. Number 10. This is a big Bob Pierce special, sponsored by Snapshot Photo Booth. And the thing is driven by John Orr.
43 seconds even. 43 seconds even.
Number 11 is driven by Kelly Lowe. All right, let's give her a nice hand. She's giving it a go. Here she goes. No cones yet. This is Kelly Lowe. All right, she got a nice speed run up the hill. Here we go. 38.6 for Kelly Lowe.
38.6. 38.6.
Time to beat 35.7. 35.7. Modified number 12 is a 99 Ford Ranger. Driven by Aaron Higgins. All right, right in front of the grandstand, this is Aaron Higgins. He got a nice sweet run going also. No cones yet. Let's give him around here. Let's go. All right, we got 36.7 for Aaron Higgins. 36.7. Silverado, sponsored by Anheuser-Busch. The Bud Light Truck. Lincoln. He got a good run here. Bud Light Crackers makes some noise. All right, here we go. Adam Blankenhorn. We now have a new leader. The Bud Light Truck, 31.45. 31.45. Rail Quest. Look at his hand for John Hall. All right, let's hit it for John Hall. Here he goes. He got a 5-second penalty on the cone, but he's going to finish it off strong. Here he comes. With the 5-second penalty, 40.4. John Hall. Okay, this is our last modified. Time to beat 31.45. This is a 2013 Ford Raptor, sponsored by Underground Customs. Adam Gotta beat a 31.45. 48.98, which was a 33.98 without the roll.
48.
Well, he had a nice
98.
run. Fair rough truck modified is Adam Blankenhorn with a time of 31.45. Give him a nice hand. Number 1, a Jeep Cherokee sponsored by Jacob and Jason Knapp. Driven by Mike Knapp. First stock vehicle. All right, this is Mike Knapp. Hey, he's got a nicely set the standard for everybody. Hasn't hit any cones, so he's going to set the time for everybody to beat. Well, here he comes. This is Mike Knapp.
Oh,
Give him a nice hand. $36.59 for Mike Knapp. This is stock number 2. An Oldsmobile Aurora, a 1999, sponsored by Team Ramrod. Ziegler. All right, let's give him a hand here. This is John Snaffler. It's a 1999 Oldsmobile. No cones. Through the mud. And around the corner and up the hill. John Snaffler. Give him a nice hand. He had a nice run.
30.
For John Stettler.
39.5 for the last drive.
This is a 1994 Chevy Silverado. Three, driven by Ryan Bias. I'm not sure how many penalties he's going to have, but he's going to finish. Here he comes. Let's give him a nice hand. Ryan Bias. He's giving all he's got. Here we go. Give him a nice hand, everybody. He missed part of the course, so that is an automatic disqualification. I didn't make the rules, sorry. I was hoping he had a good time too, but I don't make the rules. Stock number 4, a 92 Mercury Grand Marquis, sponsored by Matt's Ford Garage. Number 4 is driven by Josh Wedge. All right, this is Josh Wedge, your 92 Mercury Grand Marquis. Let's give him a nice hand over there. Let's go. This is a old Geo tractor sponsored by Isaac's Full Service Utility Removal, driven by Zach Albrecht. Something must have fallen off there. I don't know. There you go. There goes another one. It's Snoopy. Here he goes. Is Snoopy going to make it all the way around? Hang on there, Snoopy. Oh, here he goes. There goes your cannon. Oh, he's running. Get him back to the course there. Here we go. Snoopy's going to make it all the way unless he drowns over there. He took down one cone, but he's going to finish it off here. He's got a fairly good run going. Let's give him a hand here. Help him out. And stay on the corner, Alex. There we go. Oops. All right, he's got through the mud. Let's see what he can do with the hill. I think he's going to finish it off here. Let's go. Alex Tyler. I think he's going to need a little more speed than that. Give him a nice hand for finishing it off. 69.15.
69.15.
Tyler. Crookshanks. All right, here we go. This is Josh Crookshanks. Number 10, this is the 1993 Ford F-150 Auto Nation Ford of Amherst, Ryan O'Reilly. All right, he's only got a 5-second penalty. He's got a pretty good run going, so let's get him going here. Come on, people, help him out over there. Let's go. All right, through the water. Here we go. This is Ryan O'Reilly. Ryan O'Reilly's time is a 40.4 with a 15-second penalty for a 55.4. Sponsored by Right Now. This is Dustin Slagle. No penalties yet. Get a nice quiet run going. let's give him a nice hand here. Come on, people, let's go. Help him out here, get him going. This is Dustin Slagle. His sponsor is Ride Now Auto Sales. Stock number 11, Dustin Slagle. Seconds even for Dustin Slagle.
49 seconds even. 49 seconds even.
For John Seymour. If he knocks it out of cold, we'll never see it.
Cloud of dust in the mighty Isle Silver.
All right, let's hear it for John Seymour. Here we go, up the hill. This is John Seymour.
Awesome. Awesome.
For John Seymour,
43.06.
43.06. Driven by a Sarah Jasperson. Got at least one penalty, but she's going to finish it off here. So let's give her a little help there. Sarah Jasperson. All right, she's through the mud. Here we go, up the hill. Give her a nice hand. 57.02.
57.02. 57.02.
Actually, it's a Buick LeSabre. 1997 Buick LeSabre. Sponsored by Redhead Performance. Stock number 14. This is Isaac Albrecht. All right, here it comes. This is Isaac Albrecht. Let's give a nice hand over there. Let's go. He's got a decent run going here. Let's see what we can do with this hill here. This is Isaac Albrecht. .4 for Isaac Albrecht. Once again, this is Shark Yorks, a Grand Cherokee, 1995. I see all the cones still standing. He's got a clean run going, so let's help him out over here. Let's go. I don't see any cones yet. He's got a good run going. He's really getting it here. All right, here we go. We got through the water coming up the hill. This is Shark Yorks. For Shark Yorks.
42.5. 42.5.
Once again, the time to beat 39.5. The 1993 Oldsmobile Cutlass, stock number 16. All right, this is a 93 Oldsmobile Cutlass. Let's give some help over here for Jason Wacker. All right, here's one. Oh, here we go up the hill. Again, this is Jason Wacker.
51.44. 51.44 last run.
17, a Chevy Cavalier, 1988, sponsored by Bentley May Cantoric, driven by Steve Cantoric. No cold shed, he's got a nice clean run going here. Let's have a nice hand for Steve Cantoric. All right, we got through the boy. We're coming up the hill. Let's hear it. Mr. Steve Cantoric. 42 even.
42 seconds even. 42 seconds.
This is John Olfers, a 1980 Ford F-350, sponsored by Slump Busters Tree Service. He has won this truck. This is his 7th rough truck contest for this vehicle. Have a nice hand for John Olfers. He's only got a one. Control, Italy. Rico, he doesn't know what he's doing now, but he's going to finish. Let's have a nice hand for John Olford. Here we go. Maybe get a goal next year, maybe year today.
All right.
Hey, give him a nice hand. And John Olford, like I said, 7 years. He's been driving. This is his 7th rough truck contest with that vehicle. I think John set a record for cones. He hit more cones than he has years in the rough truck. And she's only got a 1 pound penalty, so she's doing pretty well here. Let's give her a nice hand and hold on. Let's go. This is Ellen Weeks. Uh-oh. up for the long jump, you need to come up here on the stage and do so as soon as possible. I think this is a 1997 Grand Cherokee sponsored by Killer Meats, Randy Rogers. He's got a real nice run going. I don't see any cones down, so let's get him going here. Across the rest of the course, this is Randy Rogers sponsored by Killer Meats. He's a good run through the mud here and up the hill. Let's hear it for Randy Rogers. 45.35, yeah.
45.35. 45.35.
This is Corey Fix. He has a for sale sign on the back of that, but you might not want to buy it after he's done. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3 cones down. Here he comes. He's going to finish. Let's give him a nice hand here. Let's help him out. This is Corey Fix. And remember, everybody, it is for sale.
54.4. 54.4.
2002 America Mobile, sponsored by Isaac's Utility Removal, driven by Isaac Albrecht. How long do you think that big pipe's gonna last? All right, let's give him a nice hand. This is Isaac Albrecht. I don't know if he's going to finish if he can find the hill. That last vehicle.
70.3.
This is a
70.3.
2002 Toyota Corolla, sponsored by Kent's Excavating. Jordan Bryson. All right, no penalties yet, so let's give him a hand over here. This is Jordan Bryson. Up 4 hills, and he's going to do the water. And do the big hill. Here he comes. Jordan Bryson. Gonna make it? All right. This is Mike Johnson. All right, let's give a nice hand here. Let's help him out here. This is Mike Johnson.
seconds even. That last run. 50 seconds even.
This is stock number 24. A 1990 Jeep Cherokee, sponsored by Angus Building Maintenance. And it's driven by Doug Angus. This is Doug Angus, a 1990 Jeep Cherokee. Doesn't look like any cones down yet, no penalties. Here he comes. Let's give him a nice hand here. This is Doug Angus. Got through the water. Let's get up the hill here. Here we go.
$46.5. That last run, $46.5.
Should remind everybody the time to beat 39.5. 39.5. This is Christopher Andrews. No cones down to get a nice solid quiet run going. Let's have a nice hand here for Christopher Andrews. All right, he made the water here. What do you think you do with the hill here? This is stock number 25, Christopher Andrews.
42.5. 42.5.
Josh Pollock. This is a 1990 Jeep Escalade, sponsored by Skyview Lodge. This is Jordan Dooley. All right, this is Jordan Dooley right there in front of the grandstand. Let's help him out here. Give him a hand here. All right, he got through the water. Here we go, up the hill. This is Jordan Dooley. For Jordan Dooley, 45.2.
45.2. Last run.
Larry Reddick. All right, we have 1.5-second penalty, but he looks like he's got a decent run going. Let's help him out here, people. Let's go. Come on. This is Larry Reddick. Through the line and up the hill. For Larry Reddick.
50.2.
50.2. 10 seconds.
50.25, last run, 50.25.
James Buzelli. And he took down one cone on the first turn, but he's still got a nice run going, so let's give him a hand here. This is James Buzelli. All right, we got through the mud. We got him coming up the hill. Here he comes. .6.
51.6 last run.
33 in 1989 East Side, E21, sponsored by Lorain County Motors. Aaron Martin. I can see one cone penalty so far, but he's having a good run. Let's have a nice hand for Aaron Martin. All right, he got through the mud. Here we go up the hill.
55.15, 55.15.
Stock number 35 is a 1995 Ford Ranger.
I'll get you after the next run.
Sponsored by Mike's Gyros. And driven by Megan Hitty. She's got a fan club.
Just wait, man, and I'll check it, okay?
All right, we got one cone down, but she's going to finish here. Let's have a nice hand here for Megan Hitty. All right, we got through the mud. Here we go up the hill. 52.1 for Megan Hitty.
52.1.
Number 34. This is Brett Angus. sponsor was All Care Automotive. Hi, for Brett Angus.
42.35. 42.35.
And with a run of 38.5, we have a new leader, Adam Hensley. Stock number 37 is a 91 Chevy Blazer, sponsored by his family, Greg Glasshofer. It looks like you got a nice clean run going here. Let's have a nice hand here for Greg Glasshofer. All right, here we go. 43.1 for Greg Glasshofer.
43.1.
Chad Henny. All right, let's give a nice hand in. This is Chad Henny. Chad Henny sponsors Nick's Gyros. All right, we got through the water. Here we go up the hill. Good for Chad Henny. Once again, anybody wants to come up and sign up for the long jump.
Last run, 41.3. 41.3.
Jordan Sampson. Hey, he's got a real nice run going. I don't see any clothes down, so here he comes down through the water and up the hill. This is Jordan Sampson. .26.
45.26. 45.26.
Driven by Ed Politowicz. Better known as Ed Neck. I don't see any curves down, so he's got a nice run going. Let's see if we can get into the water here. And up the hill, let's have a nice hand for Ed Neck. No codes down. He's around the corner right in front of the grandstand. He got a nice run there. Let's hear it for Adam Clyde. Here we go up the hill. 37.5. We have a new leader. Wait. All right, that was a one-cone penalty, so that would be a 42.5. 43 is a 1994 Chevy Memo, sponsored by Snyder Construction. This is Andy Snyder. Let's have a nice hand here for Andy Snyder. All right, give a nice hand again here. That's Andy Snyder, sponsored by. The last one was the time on the last one was a 39.55. 39.55.
39.55.
44 here is sponsored by Jimmy Snyder. Andrew Watts. Off the course.
No time, he drove off the course. No time disqualified.
Another Derby car, number 45, an 86 Mercury Grand Marquis, sponsored by Megan Hartman, being driven by Michael Hartman. All right, once again, let's have a nice hand here for Michael Hartman. All right, he's got through the mud. He just want to finish. Here we go up the hill. This is Michael Hartman. All right, let's have a nice hand over there for Sean Willis.
And she stopped.
All right, this is Gary Anderson. Yeah, looks like he's got a pretty clean run going so far. Let's give him a hand over there. for Aaron Anderson. Give a nice hand, Aaron Anderson. 9 is driven by David George. He's definitely not going to hit any goals. Let's have a nice hand for David George. Now the big question is he going to get up enough speed to make it up the hill? Go for it! All right, let's give him a nice hand. David George. David George was 1 minute and 19 seconds. First, driven by Dustin Piscak.
Okay, so the one director guy. Next one down there.
Well, let's have a nice hand for Dustin Piscak. This is a 1994 Ford Ranger. Let's give him a nice hand. This is a 1988 Ford Bronco. This is Kaylee Keller. She is going to walk in the 3-day, 60-mile Susan B. Komen Walk Against Cancer. Let's have a nice hand for Kaylee Keller.
My dad's me.
Once again, it looks like she has a pretty clean run going. It's hard to tell over here in the coast. But let's get right in here. Come on, let's hear it for Kaylee Keller. There we go. Up the hill. Let's give her a nice hand. Once again, she is going to participate in the 3-day, 60-mile Susan B. Keller breast cancer walk coming up. Give a nice hand for Kaylee Keller. Once again, time to beat 38.5. This is Brent Vance. All right, here he comes right in front of the grandstand. Let's have a nice in for Brent Vance. All right, we got through the mud hole. Here we go up the hill. Once again, this is Brent Vance. Other than the long jump, so we need to start getting ready for the long jump. All right, let's have a nice hand over there for Seb Meinhardt. All right, here we go. Give him a nice hand.
58.7, I believe the last run was.
They said Meinhardt was a 58.7.
58.7. Up next, the long jump competition.
Steve Cantor. Alex Tyler.
That had to hurt. Okay, you have to.
Anderson.
I have this. I'll give you the receipt book.
Again, the next jumper is number 42, Adam Klein.
Come on, Adam. There he comes.
And next, safety, please back away from the fence. Sarah Jasperson. Next jumper is number 19, Randy Whitaker. 20, Corey Nickus. Adam Hensley. John. He's saving it for next year. Andre Klimchuk. Next jumper is number 11, Dustin Slagle. Andrew Lott. Rick Glasshopper. Jordan Weiser.
Justin Sims up next.
Yorks.
Chardon Yorks up next.
Number 15, Jordan Yorks. Isaac Albrecht.
Isaac Albright.
Next jumper, modified number 9, Ian Moore. That was number 13, Adam Blankenhorn. 401 for the Bud Light car, Bud Light truck. And your winners in the long jump in the stock vehicles, the winner, number 21, Isaac Albrecht. And the winner in the modified was number 13, Adam Blankenhorn. And the stock people, you're going to get your checks, but you got to wait about 15 minutes before she comes up and before she gets the checks and has them up here.